Good afternoon. A cold, wet, windy day here in Wellington, but we've got a local rivalry to keep us warm. The two teams are already out on the pitch. The floodlights are on, the grey clouds are rolling overhead, and we're due to have some more heavy rain as the afternoon progresses. Telford away to our left, just warming up. Nuneaton running over to their away supporters in the...
Ladies and gentlemen, can I have your attention, please? Today, we remember the fallen, those who gave the ultimate sacrifice in both World Wars and all world sins. We also remember former Telford United commercial manager Don Harris and Nuneaton town fan Morgan Hare, both of whom were sadly lost recently. And in the light of last night's events, we stand shoulder to shoulder with the people of Paris and send our condolences to all those who've lost loved ones. Can I ask you all please to stand and observe a moment of silence, led by the referee's whistle.
The minute's silence impeccably observed by everybody.
Cup and the FA Cup game went to a replay, so lots of meetings between these sides. The playoff semi-final as well, when Telford finally made it up to the Conference Premier that first time, when Telford managed to overcome Nuneaton during the semi-finals. So it's been a history between these two sides in recent years that has been, well, it has involved so many big moments. It would be a big win for Telford if they could get it today, wouldn't it?
It would. We're underway here live on BBC Radio Shropshire on 96 FM, on DAB and online. Telford kicking from our left to right, and they have the ball early on down this near right-hand side. The ball's played infield to Ray, and Samuels, Telford's right back, whips it in from a wide position. A poor cross now from Samuels, and Nuneaton managed to get that clear. Rob Smith has his big duffel jacket on the far side, hands in pockets. It is bitterly cold here today. We've been probably used to the rather mild autumn we've been having, but today it's a biting wind once again, a strong one which Telford are kicking into. And it's been heavy rain here in these parts too. Nuneaton passing it around in their defence. Telford playing in their white shirts, navy blue shorts and white socks. Nuneaton in red and black checkered shirts, black shorts and red socks. And they've got room down this left-hand side with Kieran Keane, the ex-Wolves man. Early ball whipped in, but cleared by McCone. And Telford, the ex-Macclesfield man, has it in defence. And now played out to Clifton, the fullback. Racing forward, crosses the halfway line. As we've mentioned, very blustery day here, and Clifton continues his run. Gets in an early cross, nodded down. Here's Whitehouse and a goal! Elliot Whitehouse with a stunning strike. The header was from Duffy, nodded it down, looking for Whitehouse on the edge of the Telford box, and the ex-Sheffield United man dispatches it with class. And within 4.5 minutes, Telford find themselves a goal behind.
Well, it was a really good goal from the Nuneaton's point of view, at least. It was well worked, decent ball in from the right-hand side. It was Whitehouse with the finish, and it was a superb finish as well. But credit as well to Williams for the nod down initially. It was a great little cushioned header down.
Wilson punched the air as the ball went into the back of the net. Now here come Telford. Paratore. Was he brought down? There were appeals for a penalty, but I think that the defender got most of the ball, and it will be a throw instead. Samuels takes it and gets it back down Telford's right. Hibbs loses it high up the field, and it's brought clear by Callum Chettle. The son from the early bits we've seen of them, Steve, no surprise, they look a very well-drilled team.
Yeah, Telford struggling to close them down at all, chasing shadows at the moment in midfield, and Nuneaton finding so much time and space.
We're attacking again, good 1-2. Telford gifting them far too much room in that midfield. They've got to get a grip of that. Paratore sticks a foot in. Nearly 9 minutes gone already in this game. McCarthy chances his arm from distance. A good 30 yards away from goal. Comfortable diving. They are. Here they come again down the left. Keane to the dead ball line. And it's a deep ball chipped back in. Terrible header by the Telford defender. And the header from the ex-Williams. And then off the bar. And out. Well, a comedy of errors.
To G them up, because Telford have not started well at all, and they need to be careful, otherwise they could find themselves out of this game before they've even started it.
Well, they've got to get a grip in midfield. They are just allowing Nuneaton far too much room in there. No protection at all for Tilt and McCone.
Brought to an end that horrendous run of away fixtures without a win, and yeah, it was a difficult time for Telford.
Good interception by Hassan, cross into the far post from this right wing. Missed by McCarthy, kept in by the Australian Paratore. And the linesman has taken about 5 seconds to decide if the ball had gone out of play. Finally, Hibbs back in the team after serving a one-match suspension. His 1 month loan expires at the end of today. Here's Hassan with a chance to shoot, parried clear. Good shot by Callum Hassan, and a decent save there by Smith. Diving to his right.
Low to the goalkeeper's right. Good save actually by Smith to turn it around the post.
Whipped in, right-footed by Hibbs. Comes off the head of Paratore. And it goes over.
Knocking the ball around beautifully. Lovely triangles in that midfield, working the space. They seem to have an option every time they have the ball, Nuneaton, in these forward areas.
And now they're in round the back, a slip by Paratore again. Poor cross, they'll get another chance. White has to make it 2. Comes off McCone into the top right-hand corner. And they double their lead here, Nuneaton. And it's really what they deserve. They've been by far the better team. And once again, this time a slip from Paratore, who's having a bit of a mare in that midfield. And it's cost them. Telford are 2-0 down.
Yeah, it's really scrappy again from Telford's point of view. They had opportunities to clear that. Rob Smith on that far side, his body language tells you everything.
Players forward with Williams. It could be a third here. Williams, the ex-Telford man, right-footed shot. Another chance from outside the area for Byrne.
He will really put a shift in, and he'll get stuck in, but it's not his natural position.
Campion, deep ball in. Hibbert heads it down. Now Paratore to McCarthy. Great save! Wonderful save from Jordan Smith, who tips it over his bar.
Over the crossbar.
3 to go until half-time. In swinger from Hibbs, and Tilt heads it over. Beat his man to it. And Tilt went up to one of the Nuneaton players. And then a Nuneaton midfielder came in and pushed Tilt away. Now, Tilt only went up to him and didn't put his arms up, Steve, so I would say the referee will just try and calm this down.
Yeah, I imagine.
You don't normally see that, even when you do have injuries in the first half, do you? It's very strange how all that works. Normally, no matter what happens in the first half, you only get 1 minute. But finally, the half-time whistle goes. And that was pretty poor from Telford. The referee making sure everybody is ready. The pitch is standing up well to some more heavy rain we had at half-time. But we're back underway here. Telford 2-0 down. Said not only this season, but for a while. Is that a slight exaggeration, or would you concur?
Well, I think in terms of this season, yeah, you could definitely make that comment. What they've done is they've used the width very well. They've passed it around really nicely in midfield. And they're clearly a threat every time they go forward. They've got good forward players in the team.
Poor clearance by Demon. Shot from outside the area. Snuck in. And it's Callum Chettle. It's 3. And I'm afraid that will be it. Fine strike by Chettle. And question marks over Montgomery to be beaten from that distance. He wasn't hit even that well, and it snuck in. Telford are 3-0 down.
Well, I talked in the first half about the amount of space that Chettle was getting, and again, I think that probably sums up the game quite nicely. That one incident
kept in play by Whitehouse, chested under control for Telford by Ray, up to McCarthy. They're breaking with some pace, and Hassan down the right. It's a decent ball, swept out by McCarthy, and finally a free kick. And will there be a card for the Nuneaton man? Well, there should be. And it's taken by Campion. Swings it in. Good ball! Headed in! Yes, it's in! Finally kicked in by Hibbett on the far post, I think. But Telford have a goal back. It was a super delicious free kick from Campion. Good ball! And now he's racing across to the crowd to try and get the home supporters behind them. But that's, that's poor from the referee. It really is. If Tilt was shown a yellow card, then that was definitely a yellow card. And now Telford penalised for a push. Look at this. Demon taking the running on himself. Comes off a Nuneaton midfielder. Now if McCarthy gets the call from Hibbs, well, instead McCarthy plays it into the centre. Hassan shoots! Good save. But Telford are coming back into it.
It was a big chance for Telford, actually. It was a lovely move initially. Great little touch from Dave Hibbett into Hassan. And it was just there on the plate for him. He struck it well enough, but unfortunately for Callum Hassan, straight at the keeper.
Telford dispossessed in midfield. Here's Williams onto the D. Shoots. And it's the fourth. Comes off a defender. Just as we felt Telford were getting better. And, well, another blow. It's the former Telford man, Williams, who scores. Came off a Telford man and past Montgomery. Telford 1, Nuneaton 4.
Yeah, the one thing you've got to say about Nuneaton is they have been so clinical during this game. I have been mightily impressed.
To get your thoughts on this, have your say with Adam on the verdict. Here's another shot, and another time where Montgomery's been beaten to his right. Whitehouse again, and he scores a hat-trick for him. And I'm afraid from that distance once again, Montgomery once again has been beaten to his right.
Well, he was, but are in a difficult position. We've talked time and again about the budget, the lack of depth within the squad, the fact that Rob Smith and Larry Chambers are trying to manage the squad almost with the hands, or with one hand at least, tied behind their backs because of the situation with the budget. So,
oh, that's a bad challenge, Steve. Is that a straight red on Jack Ray? Byrne has gone racing through and quite rightly goes off. He went in two-footed, and that was nasty, and he's going to go.
Yeah, it was a definite red card, and the referee's got that one spot on. And again, you just shake your head in disbelief, really. I mean, why? Why, as a footballer? You're 5-1 up. Explain this to me. You're 5-1 up, away from home. The game is not only won, it's been won at an absolute canter. And you go diving
and it's
in.
To Harewood. Tackled again by Tilt. And it's full time. Telford 1, Nuneaton 5. Here's Steve Humbles.
Yeah, well, it's been a desperate, sobering afternoon for Telford, really. I hope that people won't get too downbeat after this game. It's never easy, is it, when you lose 5-1 at home at any level? It's never a great feeling and never a great situation to find yourselves in.